All right, welcome back to the Gamecock 22 YouTube channel. Talking seasons here again, so let's get back into it. All right, today I'll be predicting South Carolina's 2023 schedule. Last year was a good season, a big step up in the reputation of Shane Beamer. Gamecock football is more respected now. Last year, my predictions were close. I got the record right, but I did not get the individual games right. I did predict us beating Clemson, though, and I predicted that right. I did not see us absolutely killing Tennessee. I'm glad we did it, though. But today, I'm here to make my prediction this year. So we're going to start off with the Gamecocks playing against UNC in Charlotte. Now, I believe that this will be a relatively close game, but I do think in the end, South Carolina is the better team. I believe we'll take the 1-0 step. Drake May is a good quarterback, but the way UNC finished last year was not promising for them. I do believe they are a good team, though, so I believe they will keep it close, but in the end, I feel like this is a Gamecocks win. I don't have to say much about Furman. It's in Columbia, and it's going to be a win because they're only FCS. Upsets do happen, but I do not believe this will be one of those games. Okay, at Georgia, I predicted it wrong last year, but I believe this year I'll predict it right. I believe Georgia will take a step back, but I do not believe that is enough for South Carolina to win. I believe that Georgia will keep it. Georgia will win, but they're not going to keep it. They're not going to blow out. I believe that South Carolina will keep it close, but in the end, it's going to be Georgia's win. So we're going in 2-1 to the Mississippi State game. This could be a very big trap game for South Carolina. Now, Mike Leach did pass away, sadly, and I do believe Mississippi State will take a step back because of his unexpected passing. But I still believe they're a good team. They have a great quarterback, but I believe that South Carolina will bounce back and win this game. The Tennessee game in Knoxville. South Carolina has trouble in Knoxville, but South Carolina also murdered Tennessee last year. I do believe Tennessee might take a step back from last year. Not a big one, though. I believe that because Tennessee has revenge on their mind and because of what happened last year, and also the fact that it is in Knoxville, I believe Tennessee will win. So going into the bye week, South Carolina's 3-2, but undefeated at home. Okay. Now out of the bye week, South Carolina comes off a loss to Tennessee, and they also play another SEC team, Florida. I believe South Carolina will win this game, but I know that Florida killed South Carolina in the swamp last year. I believe that their team is still not convincing enough, though, for me to give this to Florida. It is in Columbia. South Carolina will have revenge on their mind, and I believe that this will be another bounce-back game for South Carolina. So 4-2. All right. South Carolina's also struggled with Missouri. We have lost, I believe, the past 4 games. Last year was a terrible loss for South Carolina. We came off 4 straight wins and then lost. I believe that South Carolina will win this game in Columbia, Missouri, and I just believe South Carolina's the overall better team. This could be a trap game too, but I believe that South Carolina will win the streak this year. Now, South Carolina goes on the road to Kyle Field and Texas A&M. Texas A&M did not have a great season last year. They did end it well, upsetting a highly ranked LSU. But, they weren't that impressive. I believe that all those recruits will get better this year, and I believe that they will have a better team. I believe that South Carolina is probably better overall, but I believe this is a trap game, and the fact that it's in Kyle Field, I believe that Texas A&M will win this game, putting South Carolina at, I believe, 5-3. And now we have the home stretch, the final 4 games of the season. And I believe South Carolina will beat Jacksonville State, the Battle of the Gamecocks. I believe South Carolina will blow them out. They're just coming into the FBS this year, and I don't see a potential threat by them. Vanderbilt is getting better, but, I believe South Carolina will win this one. They almost lost 2 years ago, but we still won, and we beat them by a good bit last year. I believe South Carolina will win this year. I believe they're overall a better team. So now we're at 7-3, still undefeated at home, mind you. And we have 2 games left. These 2 games will be difficult, and we'll decide what the bowl we go to. We're probably going to be in the top 20, probably say somewhere between like 15 and 20, I'd probably say. But, the polls don't really like us that much. So, we'll see. But we have 2 games left. We got Kentucky, who I'd consider as a rivalry, and Clemson, who is our biggest rival. Kentucky's strong. They have a coach who they have a very physical team. But, South Carolina, I feel like it is in Columbia. I believe South Carolina will win this game. And hopefully this might stop Mark Stoops from doubting Shane Beamer. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we're 8-3 going into the Clemson game. We shocked Clemson last year, ending a bunch of their streaks and stopping them from going to the playoff. I believe that Clemson will probably be better. I believe that Cade Klubnik is a better quarterback than DJ Uyunglele. But I also don't think he'll live up to the hype. I believe he is an overrated quarterback. But I believe that their defense will always be good. And Garrett Riley is a good offensive mind. Don't think he'll stay long in Clemson, though. He'll probably leave after 2 or 3 years. But anyway, I think that South Carolina, with all the momentum and the fact that it's in Columbia, I believe they're going to be the better team in this game. I believe we'll win this game to go 9-3. 5-3 in conference play, 4-2 in our division, 7-0 at home, which is amazing, and 2-3 on the road, which is not great. I believe South Carolina will go to a pretty good bowl. Maybe not New Year's Six, but probably around something like the Citrus Bowl or the Outback Bowl. Maybe the Gator Bowl again. Gator Bowl last year was not great. Well, it was a great game, but didn't enjoy how that ended. Anyway, back to this. I believe South Carolina will have a great season, and Shane Beamer will continue to build upon this team. This has been the Gamecock 22 YouTube channel. This is my prediction. Thank you for watching, and Spurs Up.